So recently I had a doctor friend of mine say to me, I have $100,000 sitting at the bank earning nothing, and I'm looking for a third leg to my investment stool. And so I asked him, what are your other two legs? He said, I've got rental properties and a cash value life insurance plan. And I said, I think you're heading in the right direction. You and I are certainly have the same philosophy on money. And so I was able to introduce him to these growth-focused annuities, which grow based on index performance on the stock market, but your money is linked to an index on the stock market. It's not in the stock market. And so these A-rated companies that I work with, they will contractually guarantee that you won't lose your principal. And every time your money grows, it locks in, and that new higher amount becomes your new protected amount, right? And so what I like about these programs is they're uncapped. They still have the potential to do really well, and they're protected. The downside is protected. So you get that fear of, am I going to lose money off the table immediately? But then you still have to deal with, how am I going to grow that money? The other thing that this doctor wanted was, he's a very busy physician. He doesn't have time to babysit, right? With this, you don't have to babysit it. Once a year, we just go in and go, where do we think the stock market will be? What's the program offering? And we make some allocation changes, right? But this is how the program has done over the last decade. 5.73, that's a pretty good rate of return for a program that doesn't carry risk, but also double-digit opportunities. So, and as you can see, there could be years where it goes zero. A few years ago, the stock market took a big tank right before Christmas, and I had people calling and grumbling and complaining. And the people that were in this program, the worst that could happen is they get a zero, right? A flat year. If you had 150,000, you still have 150,000, right? So that zero is actually very powerful, because you're not looking at, oh no, now I only have 135,000, right? You don't have any of that backward motion. It's all forward motion, or maybe a flat year. And you can see over a 10-year period, there were only 2 years where it went down, but they went down enough that it could have affected your portfolio. Or if we go back in time, we look at the Great Recession, where over a multiple year period, it dropped by over 50%. That's a huge deficit to try to come back from. If we go back to 2000, 2001, 2002, that was 3 years of double-digit losses that you wouldn't have had to participate in, right? And then you get to ride that potential back up because of resetting every single year. So anyway, this is a great leg to add to your investment stool to stabilize and prop up and get that money protected, but also growing. Hey, do you have one of these plans? If so, leave me a comment. If not, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and make sure to hit the bell so that you're notified of future videos. Otherwise, thanks for checking out today's video, and I appreciate your time. Have a great day.